you know? Don't put that music on. Hell no.
I ain't at the die to meet the devil. He just fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them cleaning. If any try to show you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the best vertical with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's mop up. I know you know
who
Ryan.
the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ryan got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up in commas, be honest, he seem decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle, he got stuck up for his bundle. But them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Bitch, he got the house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all, he right back in the hood. I see you try to play me, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head up the clouds, so you don't face me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it, remember I said it.
Nah, you could get it.
What you saying, I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try, so until we meet again.
I ain't at the die to meet the devil. He just fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrol the block because prison became a business. The murder on the laws and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man. man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboys life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from my baby spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's tripe, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. As Trayvon, Mike Brown, a Cock Girlie, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Olden, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil.
Ready?
I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto.
All right. Shalom, Israel. With I.S.U.P.K, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We got started in 1969. We are under Commanding General YAHANNA, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer I.S.U.P.K teaches the Lashawan Qadash class here in Greenville, South Carolina. We'll have a young trooper in class to help me out here today. We're going to go over the Hebrew chart. We're going to go over some things here. Wait for people to check in, so grab your yan, your wine, and your yam, your water, and get relaxed. We're going to go over this Hebrew chart because that's how you learn to write your Hebrew from right to left, of course. And we teach the ancient and the Assyrian Hebrew. Of course, the top line is the ancient. The Syrian Hebrew is this line, the middle line. Of course, the bottom line is your handwritten. And in the ancient Hebrew is the original language the Most High gave us. The Syrian Hebrew came along when we got put in captivity. And of course, in Israel, we were put in captivity many times. Who we have checking in class, Kalabza? All right, you, Shar, and we'll have some more people there. They're checking in. And as people check in, is the YouTube channel up and running also?
Kind of okay.
Okay, good. And we'll have you guys take your time, relax there, and we will presume class and get it started. But like I say, Hebrew, you write Hebrew from right to left. How many vowels are there, Kalapazah, in Hebrew?
22.
How many? The 22 vowels?
Vowels. Vowels.
Yeah,
two.
He said it's 2 vowels, right?
Kind of okay.
That's 2 vowels in Hebrew, man. What are they?
I and I.
The ah and the I, right?
Kind of okay.
Exactly, right? What does ah and I look like? Go ahead and write that up there. Got the green marker?
Kind of okay.
Okay, the ah and the I, right?
And
Write it in ancient and then write it in Assyrian. We're going to show you what we're working with here, because in the English language, you use, how many vowels do it have?
2.
English ain't to have.
Oh, in English it's like 5, 7.
What name? Let's see what they got. In Hebrew is the ah and I. Go ahead and write it in Assyrian here. Here you go. Okay. We're going to write that in Assyrian and Hebrew. And the ancient, I'm sorry. So you wrote the ancient, so let's do some Assyrian here. Show you what it looked like, okay? And in the American language, of course, we're in captivity right here in this place called Babylon. They don't recognize us up in here, but we recognize who we are. We know who we are now. In the I.S.U.P.K. here in America, in the I.S.U.P.K. Under Commander General YAHANNA, we recognize and we know who we are. Very good, very good, very good. That's explain what you got right there.
I got the I and in ancient Hebrew, and this is your I in the Assyrian, your and the
Or
I
right,
in the Syrian.
right. And let's clap it up for you. Like that. Young trooper here, man, working his way up. Working his way up. You know, that's what we want. And got somebody checking Hebrew. Let's see. But that's what we want.
You got trooper, common one, checking there, slave or something.
Oh, that's good. No, that's perfect. Let's clap it up for Amawan. Got Officer Shar in there. We got Trooper Kalazazar in there. So we got a little party going on right there.
Right.
And that's the understanding, man, in Hebrew. I always do this every class and preface it so people will understand. You know, and then how many, that's vowels, because in the American language, what I'm saying, the language of captivity, here, well, we have English, right? So we have A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, the 6 vowels, 5 and sometimes 6. So you have to know those 6 vowels in order to write the English language.
Right.
But in this particular language here, all you have to know is the A and the I.
Right.
And of course, since the original was I and I, and all they did was substitute the different symbols that the chart, they sound exactly alike, but the chart on the Hebrew, and that's what we're going over, the Hebrew chart, sort of a basic class. The Hebrew chart tells the story. Once you begin to understand that chart, then you'll understand how to write sentences. And that's what we're going to do right here. We want people to be able to write out the things in their English language. That's the language that we're in right now. We're in the English language. So we have to spell them in Hebrew. Now, if I was in France or I was in Spain or Spanish, then I'd have to write it out in Spanish. But since we're in English, everything that we transliterate has to be written out into the language that we are in right now. You know, and that's English, right?
Right.
Okay, so here we are. Okay, so how many actually characters?
22.
There's 22 characters, right? Just write a 22 up there. And just write 22 is close enough. 22, yeah, 20. There are 22 characters. I mean, you can. It's just for people starting off. We always get people to. I like to reiterate things, to say things over and over again, so people will get it. You miss a class, you can roll it back and you can look and say, "Oh, there's 22 characters, right?"
Right.
And then there's 2 vowels, the ah and the I, right?
Right.
But the characters are the same thing as your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In other words, it's the chart of the same chart that you would write in your language that you actually speak.
Right.
And then, of course, the Hebrew language is the language that we're actually learning to speak. So I think we've got Iklamawan and Lakataza. We're going to use you guys to transliterate these words up here, right? You can erase that right there, that information. And, well, what we want you to do is this top line, kind of point an arrow to that top line. So like over there. Yeah, there you go. I want you guys to this whole top line. What a top line here, to that word up there, we have a word. I want you guys to transliterate that. What does it say in English? Use your Hebrew and tell me what that is. I mean, it says something. And we have it in the Hebrew ancient, in the blue, and in the green, we have it in the Assyrian language. Okay, so while you're there, and this is kind of help you utilize the chart a little better to understand this chart, so we won't get people too mixed up. We'll take the time and go over the Hebrew language in a real short lesson here. Then we'll move on to something else. But right now we're just learning the Hebrew chart. and we're putting them in word form. Sometimes I put them in in the actual character form. That means one character at a time. This way I would put characters back to back. And that top line up there, it says something. Kind of erase that arrow there and point it sideways at it, Balthazar, so people won't think that is a character. Just point to it. That top line where this arrow is pointing, I want you to do this top line right here. There you go. And everybody tell me, what is that? Of course, it's an ancient Syrian here and ancient there. See what we have there. See who else we have checking in the class.
Well, you got Matayala checking in from Greenville.
Matayala and Lakamawan and Galatasaray, right? Let's clap it up for them, right? Exactly right. Exactly right. But that's what we have. We have people checking in class. So y'all get out your transliteration pencils. I mean, I know that if you're at work, I understand that, and then we'll just give you time. We'll assume you're working, and we'll move on. But you still, do the best you can, and okay. Same person.
Okay.
Yellow. Okay. Go ahead and we'll give them about 15 more seconds, and we'll write down to the right what that word is transliterated. Okay.
Okay.
Somebody got something down there. Is that Lakamawan?
Yeah, Lakamawan. He said.
All right.
Gasha.
Write that down. Write down what he has. Gasha. Kamawan sharp on this, man. Y'all, Yark, Lapzam, y'all. Yeah. Gasha. Right? That's very good. Okay, and that looks right. Explain that a little bit. Anybody else? Okay. Okay. Good. And what does Gasha mean? What do we say that meant?
Difficult.
Right above that. Exactly right. Let's clap for it first. It means difficult, right? It means difficult. Right? It is difficult. That's what it means. The word like difficult. Look up the word difficult. We'll write down what that is. Let's look up the word. Let's look up that definition right there, right? Let's look up difficult. So we'll understand it, because that's what we hear. Let me see. Difficult. Difficult means, let's see here, man. Difficult means needing much effort or skill to accomplish, to deal with, or understand. In the case, I'll take the last one. It's difficult. It's hard to understand something, or to understand. That's what it's saying, right? It's hard to understand something. When you say, man, that's difficult, man. That's what you're really saying. Gasha. It means difficult. In the Hebrew, it means difficult, right? So far, that's a word we got, right?
Okay.
So break that word down in the connectors. How do you know that word says Gasha? How come it don't say Gashaha? Yeah.
Because God.
Okay.
God's by itself.
Yeah. What does that mean? When you say by itself, what do you mean?
It's independent.
It's independent, right? How do we know it's independent? What up there tells you that it's independent? No, you're right. You pointed to it. Go ahead.
Because of the
upside down U.
Right. The upside down smiley face. So it get its full sound.
Right. It gets full sound.
Right.
And that word, that ga, gets a full sound, right?
Right.
So you have to say ga, correct?
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
move on. What's next? Very good.
Yeah, Sha.
Sha.
It's independent.
What's independent?
I mean, it's dependent. Sha is dependent. So you have to blend them together to make. Then you take the you take the A off of the ha, which make sha.
You know, in other words, we don't want to say gashaha.
Right.
And because you just said it, you don't. The rule. One of the rules is one strong rule, not all the time, but most of the time you take that A off of the ha, right?
Right.
And it says you join them together, and the blend says gasha, right?
Right.
Somebody else got something written up there. What they got? They're in the YouTube channel. What do they say?
Fred Drake.
Fred Drayton, yeah.
He just said shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's say that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to all my brothers and to my sisters. We got the sisters in class?
La.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So to my little sisters. So that's so shalom, brother. So gasha. So we say ga, very good. And then we say sha, okay? So that's good. So it's clap up. The word it just simply means difficult. And then for all new students, just like that, just write it down in your book. Just a good vocabulary. It gets you to understand the Hebrew chart. You can see what a ga looks like. Point to the ga. Yeah, we got the ga. One line of ga. And that W looking thing up here is a sha. So that's how we know the word is gasha. Okay, go to the next one there. No, well, take point an arrow now. You can leave that up there. Just point an arrow to that. We want you guys to do the second line now. Okay? Kamawan, Fred, Kalataza, Matayala. And of course, we don't need the officers to do this necessarily unless you just want to. Let's go ahead.
Triple Lakama one said Dama.
He said Dama.
Okay.
Write that down what he says. Then somebody else, y'all verifying. Lakamawan said Dama. And believe it or not, these exercises help you to understand this chart. That's why I take my time to do them over and over again. Dama, right?
Right.
That looks right to me. Da-ma. Very good. What does da-ma mean? Go ahead.
Identity.
Identity, right above there. Clap it up there. Right above or below, either one. All right, that's the word. That's the word that we picked out for identity, right?
Right.
Identity. It means identity. So far, we have difficult identity, right?
Right.
Or somebody's identity is difficult. That's what they're saying, right? And so we're going to explain the da and the ma. Go ahead. And
again, you got your da because it's independent because it gets its full sound, and the ma again you want to. The da is independent and get its full sound,
right.
And the ma because it's dependent. The ma is dependent of the ha, so you want to blend it together and take that I off the high again.
We have
to
the
make
ma.
it
Let's clap it up right. That's correct. And what it is? So far we have a difficult identity. Right. Let's clap it up for class in there. Everybody's doing a great job in there, man. You know, most people, I know this is it's a Friday, right?
Right.
And people are getting off work. Some people still at work, aren't they?
Okay.
And what are they doing? They drinking water and wine, ain't they?
Right.
That's what they're doing. So it's cool. And so that's what so far with words. All right, let's go to the next word. This next word here, this next line down here. And of course we have them also in Syrian right here. That same word. I'd kind of like to use for the sake of illustration, I'll use Assyrian for when I like to read it. But in the writing, I like to do the ancient because it's very much decipherable what we have.
Triple Lakama one said Yasharala, Israel.
He said, Lakamawan said, Israel?
Yeah.
Yasha. What do you say, Kalatazar? What do you say? Is he right?
Okay.
Clap it up there. All right, write that down there. He said, Yasharala. Very good. That's what we're doing, right? Yeah, you give yourself some room. And which way do we write Hebrew, though, by the way, when you said that? Right to left, right?
Right to left.
So you write English left to right, right?
Okay.
There you go. We won't have no choice. That's what we were taught. Ah, you remember. Very good, good. Clap it up there, brother. You spelled it right. What's that, Israel? Yash. Go ahead and pronounce that. What does that say? Yasharala?
Yeah, SHALAM.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I guess they can see, the audience can see the green and the blue colors of case. There ain't nobody complaining yet, is
Right.
Very good, Kamawan and who else? Latazar, and we got Matau over there, like I said. Yasharala. Break it down. Break that down, Latazar.
You got your Yah, which look like a kickstand with a Z. A Z with a kickstand.
Kickstand.
It's independent, so you say Yah, it get its full character. Your Shar is mixed with the Sha and Ra, so you blend it together, mix it together, take the A out the Ra, which make it Shar.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got I, which get its independent again, and they get its full character. And La also get its full character.
Clap it up, brother. Exactly right. Exactly right. That's generally the idea. You know, there are exceptions to all rules, but that's basic ideas, basic understanding. So far, we got what? The difficult to identify Israel, don't we?
Right.
Isn't that what that says? And that's how you would write. It says, Gashadama Yasharala. Gashadama Yasharala. Right?
Right.
It's difficult, man, to identify Israel because we know who we are, but you got a lot of our people out there that don't know who they are, do they?
Right.
Right. Right. And so that's we got a lot of people that just plain on don't know. And the world itself, all these Esau and these other nations, damn sure don't know who we are because most of them don't know, but they're them higher ups. And those aristocrats, they know who they got the Israelites in captivity, don't they?
Right.
They know that, brother. Right?
Okay.
They know that. And we're going to turn to, you got a Bible over there?
Okay.
Give me a Bible there. Let's find it. If you don't could, Bible Kushah. That means please get me a Bible if you don't mind. Bible Kushah. Turn to what I said, Jeremiah 14:2. We're going to find out how do you know Israel? How do you know who we are? It's easy to tell because we're the ones. Well, let's read it first. Let's read it. Let's find out if it's hard, if it's difficult to identify Israel, by some people, man. But just come on in front of the camera over here. You can go on this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Jeremiah 14:2.
Right.
Judah mourner.
Judah what?
Judah mourner.
And what does that mean, to mourn? That means to cry.
Right.
We're crying, man.
Right.
We're crying up in here. Go ahead, finish reading.
And the gates thereof languish.
Our gates are our leaders, aren't they?
Right.
Our leaders is languishing, man. Who are our leaders? Our pastors and our politicians and all of them, they don't even know.
Right.
They sit up there, we Africans, man. We ain't no damn we ain't no Hamites, is we? But that's what they say, right? We're going to get in that. We're going to get in that tomorrow a little bit. We're going to touch on a little bit. Finish reading.
They are black unto
They
the
are
ground.
what?
They are black.
They are black unto the ground, the Bible said. Brown, very chocolate brown. Well, when you say black, that just takes care of all the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
We got different shades of brown, right?
Right.
So when they say black until the ground, Judah mourn, they're black until the ground, right?
Kind
Now read that again. That's exactly right. Go ahead.
top.
Yeah, tell them where you are.
Jeremiah 14,
Right.
2.
Right.
Judah mourneth,
Right.
and the gates thereof languish.
Mm-hmm.
They are black unto the ground.
Yeah, black unto the ground, right? And that's what you have to understand, that the Bible tells who we are. We're black unto the ground, right?
Right.
That's what it says. That's good enough for that one. Yeah, you can read the Bible. You may need it a little bit more. Judah mourning. Well, they are black unto the ground, man. And so let's find out this full sentence here. Tell me what this sentence here says, and we'll write it up there. This last one here, Matal Yala Kalatazah, Lakamawan. Who else we got up there?
Lakamawan,
Yeah.
Triple Lakamawan, Matayala, Sharban Yala,
Kalatazah. You want to say Officer Shar?
Officer.
Right. Okay. And then all the other Akim. Right? We don't have any sisters in class tonight. What's going on here? Okay, but y'all come up with the transliteration of this bottom line here. There's two words here. I mean, actually, it's a phrase. Maybe a sentence, but come up with that phrase. Tell me what the phrase means. Y'all take your time. Tell me what it means, all right? Right here. Transliterate it into English and come up with that. Judah mourning, man. They're black into the ground, as the Bible says, right? But what the Bible says, tell me what this transliterate. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Triple Lakamawan said,
What do you got?
Kadawa
Mm-hmm.
Laha Arataza.
Write down what he has. Yeah, you agree with that? Huh? What I want you to do, just write down what you see, because first of all, he's right, okay? He's right about it. I just, yeah, you're going to have to. Hey, you can write it on the side of the board there. Just write it on the side. Yeah, right there. You know what I'm saying? He's right. Yeah. All right.
That's where we got a disagreement at.
What?
He say, lie.
That's right.
But this how he spelled it. He say R-A-H.
Yeah, there's no H there. Yeah, just take the H off of there and you'll be fine.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that don't get a full sound there. That's an exception. That's an exception to a word. It's not his fault. Because I would have done the same thing when I first started, but you have to remove the ha after that A there. It's aratazah. Because it's just the way it's spelled. That's not it's laha aratazah. Ara. But it could be one blend, but in this case you have to take that, what did I say? Ara, yeah, you, here, yeah, you don't need that. That's R-A. Yeah, oh no, it's no H there. I see what you're saying. That way you had an H there?
Yeah, he had an H.
Yeah, you don't need that. No, that would be wrong. Yeah. Arataza, laharataza. What does that mean? Quadawa, arataza. What does quadar mean? Quadar mean? Anybody? Go ahead.
With black.
Quadar means black, right? Put that up there. Right. It means they are is what it means. They are black. It's because we're using wa as like a possession adjective, okay? And it just mean you want to put like they are black. Let me make sure. What I say, prepositional. It's not. It's a possessional. It's a possession adjective. Okay. So you want to say, this thing out here. There we go. The possessive adjective. When you say was, like his or mine, or in this case, when you say was, is his blackness. That's what it's basically saying when you say that. We're saying it's his blackness. So we say kodawa, the blackness of his. So write his blackness. His black. Just
So why will be his?
yeah, just put kind of erase black and put it over there, and just you want to say his black. His blackness. Or they are. It'd be the same thing as they, because they just put they, because those theys are his or black people, right? So just say they are. That's the same thing as his, right? Let's just say they are black. That would be okay. Kodawa, because you're saying his, but there's a lot of his, aren't there? There's a lot of them, right? So you want to say they are. So that's what kodawa. We say kodawa is you taking ownership of that blackness, right? Am I right? And so kodawa. And so did he okay, look, I'm on, I believe. I think he wrote la'arataza. La'arataza. Right? So tell me what that means. What does that mean? La'arataza.
La'arataza. I know Rataza is earth, but unto the ground.
Yeah, earth can be ground or earth, right?
Right.
Because what's on the earth? Ground, right?
Right.
Then put ground down there. You can put earth or ground, just put ground down there, that'll be close enough. They are black. We're basically just gonna say they are black until the ground is what it's saying. Right? Use some room now. You good?
Okay.
All right.
And then
Okay.
is until.
Ha is the. That is a preposition that says the. La is unto, but ha is definitely the. Okay? That is called a preposition. You want to write up there, they are, you want to put up there is like I'm sorry, yeah, just go ahead. The, there. That's a preposition. You want to put PR for preposition so people can see that a little better. Or just put prep, P-E-R-P, okay? Prepositions. Make sure people get everything they need up there. Okay? Right? That's right. Unto the ground, right? Okay?
Right.
All right. I said that right? No, that's right. To, that's right. And la means to or unto. Either one. You got it. Unto. In Old English, we're going to say unto.
Right.
Very old language, right? Very old language. So we say unto the ground. And that's a preposition for tha, and here's a preposition here also. Write that one down and put it in green so people can see that one. Okay? That's preposition. You got perp. P-E-R-P, like prep. Right?
He said P-R-E-P.
Yeah, para, prep. Yeah, you got it. You got the idea. You just kind of, you do like me sometimes, misspell them. I do it all the time. Hey, I get checked all the time for spelling, all day long. I ain't the greatest spelling word. I mean, if I concentrate, I can. Now, they is a possessive adjective, so put that down there. They are, or they. It's really like his. They. Yeah, PA is close enough. I like to put down like, that's close enough. They can get it. I just want people to read that. Those are possessive adjectives, so I'll explain this. And basically, what this is saying is the difficult Gasha, identity, Dama, Israel, Yasharal. It's difficult to understand Israel because people don't know that we are black until the ground, man. But because there are Africans that are black, but they are not Israel, right?
Right.
That's the whole point. They are not Israel. They are not Israel. They are Hamites, dirty heathens. Simple as that. And no better way to understand that. Other than that, we have the Zondervan dictionary, and we'll get it here in a second, and we'll show people in the Zondervan who Ham is, so people won't know that we are not the same as those people. A lot of people walk around here thinking that they are Africans, thinking that the Israelites or Israel is as Africans, because we say they're black until the ground. No, we are the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, we are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's a big difference. Okay, I'm gonna let you know that. So when we say Gasha, Dama, Yasharala, Qadawa, La'arataza. You're saying it is difficult to identify Israel. And I'm saying, well, they are black. Okay? And Isaiah 14 and, 2? Isaiah 14 and 2 says they are black until the ground. That's Qadar is black. That's what it means. And you want to say, many of them brothers, that's wa, Qadawa. La is to or unto, and the is of course ha. Prepositions, you have to, I put the other preposition ha in there because I didn't want to say unto by itself. I just put the, I didn't have to, could have left it alone to be formal. Find these Zondervan's dictionary and find me ham, would you?
Okay.
If you could for me. Find the if you could for me, Baba Kusha, the definition of ham. But anyway, Qua Dar Wa La Ha A Ra Taza. You can make those two a connector and just say Ra Taza, but I like to say Ra and then Taza by itself. But we're gonna have the trooper read up who Ham is, so you won't know when you was talking about this text. Judah mourning for their black to the ground that we just read. We're talking about Israel because and we're going to prove it here. Go ahead, give me a Ham here. Come over here in front of the camera and read it. Read them Ham. What you got up there?
Ham out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
What does that say? Go ahead.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Right.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood.
Before the flood. You know that great flood that covered the whole earth when the Lord got mad? And the Lord got angry, I'm sorry, not mad. And he said, I'm going to destroy this earth. Go ahead.
And one of the 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right, who are the 8 people?
Noah.
Noah.
His family. Noah.
His wife. Ham. Shem.
Japheth.
And their wives. Their 3 wives. That's 8 people, right? I'm sloppy. Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Of the progenitor, that means his lineage. the progenitors of that lineage, this family tree.
Right.
And it's the progenitor of the dark races, right?
Right.
Ham, right?
Kind of.
But what? Here's the kicker right here. This is what you got to understand. Go ahead.
Not the Negroes.
Not the what?
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes, because the Negroes are black until the ground. That's us, right?
Right.
And who are the Negroes? That's Israel, right? So
Right.
clap it up there, right? Not the Negroes. Now go ahead and read that again. Go.
From the top.
Yeah, from top.
Ham. Out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
Right.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. So when we say black to the ground, we're not talking about Ham.
Right.
Because he's not part of us. He simply is not part of us. Not the Negroes. And who are the Negroes?
Israel. 12
Israel.
tribes.
Who?
12 tribes.
12 tribes. Clap it up for him, right. Exactly right. Israel. We are. That's good enough. I appreciate that. So when we say Qadaha, when we say Qadawa, sorry, it's like it. Allah, and then we say Laha, Arataza, Qadawa, okay? That's what we're saying, and when you repeat that, who we have in the chat over there? Anybody? Okay? But that's what you're saying when you say that. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
Lakama one says, Shalakia, I don't want, I'm in and out.
Yeah, no, I understand. He's in slavery, right? He's on a slave. And he's one of the Negroes in slavery right now, right? They clap it up for Lakama. That's right. I appreciate that, Lakama, for your honesty, man. I appreciate you checking in, trying, man. This brother's strong brother. And him Kalapazar, you guys, y'all take off work and just go to it, right?
Okay.
Y'all come to class, you wanna do it. All right, go ahead and explain the Syrian up there for me, Kalapazar. Connect it with all of the other stuff.
The Syrian is similar.
Just explain when you explain something. Just explain what you see. Okay. Go ahead.
The guy, it'll be by itself, and
you don't want to use connectors. Just use it. Just what you see. Only explain what you see.
you got looking at it, you'll see Gashaha, but instead of saying Gashaha, you'll say Gashah.
There you go. That's a good way of saying it, because you see the. That's fine. No, I mean that's what I'm trying to get you to see. Just explain what you see, right? Go ahead.
So instead of giving these to us full syllables, you put them together, blend them in.
Yeah. Just explain what you see.
You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, go to the next. Just explain what you see. I mean, you can only explain what you see. Go ahead.
You got your the Maha, but it is really pronounced the Ma.
The Ma. There you go. And tell them why. How you know that? Because of what you see to the right. What you see to the right over there. What is that?
Your dye get its full character, but you want to blend in your Ma. You want to blend.
How do you know the Da in the Syrian gets a full character? You don't know that. You only know it over there, right?
Right.
So just explain what you see there. What does that look like?
Because I see the Da, and then because of the Ma's at the end, you should, once you get to learning it, you'll know that Ha goes into that Ma.
It's a blend to blend it, right?
Right.
And that's that's good. That's a good way of putting it, but just explain what you see here. Go ahead.
Right here, you got Yahshua, Allah.
That's a good way of saying it. Right? Well, let me see your pencil there for a second, if I could, Plaza. How about, what is this?
La.
La? Let's do it this way. Right? How about that one? That looks almost perfect, don't it? I mean, I'm just, I like to make things I don't know. Makes it look a little better, right?
Kind.
You gotta admit that's not the same, right?
Yeah, kind.
That's a little better, right? What's this sound here?
Ra.
A ra? That's a ra? Now erase that one and make that ra look a little better. You know how the what's the characteristics of a ra? It's got like it's a little broader, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's broader, man. Just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I accept that. Yeah, and then of course, if you really want to do it exactly right, you can go ahead and do this.
Like a club at the top.
Sorta, yeah, and then make it just broader. It's just broader because a car looks like this. See the difference?
Right.
Now it's hard to tell the difference there, and we're gonna get into that in a second here, right? But I can tell that that's a rock. And the only reason why I can tell is because it's broader. The base is broader. Go ahead, I'm sorry. What about that yah up there, the little Zarai looking sperm looking thing up there? What's that? Go ahead and make another one. Do it again. Put you on the spot there. Make another one. That's rough, ain't it? I mean, we're just learning a little Syrian. We're getting it better. We're getting the people so they can relax a little bit. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Clap it up for them, right? That's what we want every time. Right?
Kind.
And you get better and better at that. You know, you're just gonna get better and better at it. There you go. You filling it in. I see you. But that's what it looks like. Just technique make things look right after a while. If you keep doing things over and over again, you get master it. That makes sense?
Right.
All right, go ahead to the next, what we have. Oh no, okay, that's good enough?
Okay.
So we got that. You can go ahead and erase all that. You can go ahead and erase all that. And we'll put something else up on the board here, right? Because I know people, on this a Friday, man, people are, if they even, I don't have no girls in class. I normally have some women in class looking at this, you know. They're probably busy tending to the men, you know. Right?
Okay.
I can understand that. I can appreciate that too. Or to the children or whatever. Their families. Now we're going to get into something here, and I want people to hold on to your hats. To your headgear, right?
All right.
And we're going to show you. We're going to go into something here. I haven't done this in a while. Do you remember your number system? Yeah, we got
think so.
recharge. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you remember?
Okay.
All right. All right, then I want you to do something for me here. Verse 5. Write them out. Take your time. What he's gonna do? We're gonna have Colossians come up here, and I want in Hebrew. I want you to write for the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What is the Hebrew transliteration name for that? Write it in English so people can see it, how to pronounce it, right? Take your time. See if you remember it. Remember it, don't you? Sort of. Yeah, you're writing the Hebrew number system, right? And it starts, you have to know the first 10 to be able to count at least to 100 by knowing that. We can. That's the same way with this any duodecimal system, because all these number systems come from our language, so it's easy once you learn it. What are you trying to write? 4? You know 5? It's all with a C for 5, right? Yeah, I think it is. Qadash, yeah. I believe it is, yeah. Ra. Like my grandmother. Or is it Arai? It's Arabai, isn't it? How you spell it? Is that how you spell it? I believe it is. I could be Arabai. It's Arabai. That's it. Arabai. Isn't that right? I got me messed up sometime. Let me look it up. All right, go ahead and write 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's while I look that up. Let me make sure, because sometimes I get things mixed up. A number system. Let me see what you got here. I haven't written these in probably a few months. That's right. Arabai. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's Kamash, not Kalash. Kamash. Yeah. I forgot it. Yeah. But you're right. Yeah. That's one letter. Oh, I thought it was Kamash because Captain Kamash's name is Kamash. That means 5. Captain Qadash out of Indiana. Okay. Shabbai, yeah, that sounds right. Uh-huh. And Shabbai is more like what? Sabbath, something like that? Wow. Shah. Shema. Shamawana. 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 Yeah, I'm glad you get that spell right too, because that's a difficult one, I'm telling you. All right. I tell you what, number 9 start with a T. And you know, if it starts with a T, you know what is the sound for T. There you go. You know, not Ta. Do you see any alphabet up there or character that says TAS? So if it starts with a T, you got to pick up that character, right? Look at your board. If it starts with a T, what does this spell like? Rely on you. What's the name of this class? Hebrew chart, right? So if this is a Hebrew chart, then if I say it starts with a T, what T sound do you see on that board? You see what I'm saying? Oh. You see a Ta, right? And what else? Who? No. Start with a T. Mm-hmm. And that's what the only other one it could be is a Tha. Yeah. the last one.
Oh.
And so you're gonna either be a ta or a, and I said it was, it's gonna be one or the other. But I kept saying it, so you know it ain't right. Ta ain't right.
I got what you're saying, man.
You understand?
For sure.
There you go. That's it right there. The shy. And then you can bet if you look at every last one of them, you'll see the vowels, you'll see the Hebrew chart of the character up there, right? That's what this class is. And what's the last one? Starts with an I. Huh? Take your time.
Aria.
No, not A, but I.
Yeah, Aria.
You close. I see what you're saying. I. You Shah.
Asherah.
There you go. I knew you had when you said Aria. You're close. Don't you? Trust me, man. I mean, I forget them a lot. That's why we have to do them. Asherah. Or is it Asherah? Asherah. No, it's Asherah. Asherah. It's a that you got to spell right. So, all right, tell me, what is this? What are we looking at here?
The number system and
Yeah.
Hebrew.
Yeah. We are?
Okay.
All right,
Number
well,
system.
break it down.
Number system in the Hebrew, 1 through 10.
Mm-hmm. See, we have, I didn't see, let's see, we have comma one, we have Qadash, yeah. Comma, I'm in and out, I got you, okay, I got you. Of course, we got Fred, okay. Go on, go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Really the plural numbers, the single digit numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't mean to say plural. I don't know what else to say.
Well, you got them all right. You have Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana, the Shai, and Asherah, right?
Okay.
All right. So how do you write 11?
11.
Yeah. Think about it.
How do you write
You think about it. That's what I want you to think about. How would you write 11? Everybody in the audience out there, if you want to know how to write 11, go ahead. How you write 11? Right? Probably you got it. It's backwards. Well, as far as writing it on the board, that's right. Akkad Asherah.
I got the words back.
Yeah. No. I mean, if you write in Hebrew from right to left, if you were doing it and spelling it in Hebrew, that would be correct. But if you write it in English, we write English from left to right, right? So it's not. You got it right. There's nothing wrong with what you've done. I'm just trying to get it right in English, right?
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. We have Natasha looking at class. See. Yeah. That's how y'all. We got everybody looking at class tonight. Okay. All right, what we got? So Akkad Asherah, right? So that's 11, right?
Okay.
And that's all we've done. Let's say, what if I wrote 15? How would you write that? Kind of write it on the top up there if you have to. Yeah, if you ain't got no room. I mean, you can write it up high if you want to.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be
Right. Okay. All right. Then to the side over there, write 20. How would you write 20? You remember that one?
That's sure, yeah.
You remember this stuff? I.S.U.P.K.
But y'all make it plural.
Yum makes it plural. So write a PL up to the top there. Plural. Yeah, you wrote it kind of far from the word, but I mean, I hope they understand that. I-S-H-A-R-A-M. So basically all we did, we took I-S-H-A-R-A-M, I-S-H-A-R-A-M, and we made it plural. Why is it plural? Because 10 plus 10 is plural.
Right.
10 plus 10 more is plural. So we say I-S-H-A-R-A-M. You got it about right. So I want you to write, so that being the case, right?
Okay.
Write 30.
30.
All right, write it over there, up there. Yeah. And at this point, all we got to do is pluralize them, correct?
Kind of okay.
Because that's all it is. Not really to it, right? That's the same thing we do in the duodecimal system of our numbers. Same thing. Instead of and then because the Romans copied it off us. The Romans are white people,
Right.
and they copied it off of us, and we're the Hebrew. We're the original, man. We break this stuff down to. We got the plural behind it. We understand how to write numbers. And when you look at the way it's written, you can see that the whole world stole off of us. Who the salt of the earth?
Israel.
Israel. We're the salt of the earth. So that's how you know. It's clap for that right there, right? That's how you know they copied off us. Because when we write stuff like I-S-H-A-R-A-M, Shalashim, even Spanish, which are, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was saying it's similar to.
It's the same thing. When you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 8, 9, 10, right?
Right.
And you say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right?
Right.
10 y 6. That's 16.
Right.
That's a 10, Asherah, and 6. 10, 7, 8, 9, and then you have 20, which is the same thing as our I-S-H-A-R-A-M.
Right.
So you see, but the pattern is all they're doing is pluralizing 2 10s. So they say 21, 21. So you say, so how would you write 21? Ashera, Akkad, Asherah.
Right.
Same thing, right?
Okay.
Well, then all languages copied off us because the way you can tell, our language is old. And they just copied off of them, right?
Okay.
All right, so you remember, all right, let's, you got that pretty good, right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
So if I told you to write 97, can you write that?
97.
Write it up top there. Yeah, just go ahead and erase that out of the way. Give me 97 up there. How would you write number 97 up there? I'll give you 97 pieces of gold. And if you can't write it, you ain't gonna get the gold. Right? There you go. For that brother. Shabai, Thashayam, right? Thashayam, right? And that's the same thing in, let's say, like I said, the Spanish language, right?
Right.
Same thing. You would say, nuvienta, what is it? Sesenta, nuvienta seis. Sorry. Yeah, 9. Is that 9? Yeah. Nuvienta. Nuvienta seis. Right? Entonces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, 9, nuvienta. Nuvienta, then 6 is 7. I'm close, I know it is. Nuvienta seis.
I ain't that good in Spanish.
Well, I'm just saying, 97. Well, look what we're doing. We're doing the same thing.
Right.
We're saying Shabbat the Shayam. It sounds different, but the idea of saying that is the same.
Right.
It's the same. When all they're doing is the same thing we're doing right here.
Okay.
So you know their country is not as old as ours. This is the oldest, all the way back from Eber, our forefathers. And so you know the way they formed their number system is the same as ours. Is all I'm saying. That's how I know that. Okay. So all right, let's keep going. Can you keep going? You know what 100? What's 100? Write 100 up there. Latazah. Write 100. You know what 100 is, right? Remember it?
I got it. I got it.
That's right. Clap it up for that brother right there. $100, right? Okay. All right. Go ahead and erase that right there. So how would I write 200? Yeah, go ahead. Try it. Because you have the base understanding now of, and where we get this from how we pluralize a word. Right?
Right.
Okay, that's no different than the same thing is what they're doing. And when they say 20, 30, 40, you see them? You see what I'm saying? Let's see, 50, 60, 60. Then they say 80. That's 80. They're saying that last part of it is the plural of Spanish, and that's what we get. And not that we're Spanish. It's just letting you know that they copy off of us. That's my point. And we get ma'ayam, ma'aya. Then you start all over again. Now we start. So how would you write 300?
I can't remember 300.
Think about it. If you could write 200 ma'ayam. Okay, let's break it down. Right? Break it down. Right? The first thing you got to understand is what you want to say right up there. How do you make a 300? A 100 plus a 200, right? All right. Put a 100 plus 200 on the board, right above it. Right? And that's like that's a way of doing it, or you can just say 300s. So when you say ma'ayam, that's 200. So if we say, and what is 3? Shalash. So if I said shalash ma'ayam,
Okay.
that's a 3, and then you've already pluralized the 200, right? So, right?
Yeah, I remember now.
Shalash mayam. Shalash mayam. Because you can't say ma'ayam. So you say the 3. You gotta put that, remember you gotta put that 3 in there. That would be 300, wouldn't it? That makes sense?
Okay.
So pronounce that shalash ma'ayam.
Right. Shalash ma'ayam.
And then the 3 is salash. You're saying 3, and then you're saying the plural of 100.
Right.
And the plural of 100 from here on out till you get to 1,000 will be ma'ayam.
Right.
So just for the sake of understanding, write 500. There you go. Doing a great job, excellent job, Qadash. There you go. That's good. Kamash ma'ayam. Kamash ma'ayam. So you're saying 5, and you're saying 5 and then 100 plural. That's what you're doing. And 500 plural. 5 and 100 plural is 500. That's all you're doing. That's really all you're doing. That's all we're trying to find out, right?
Okay.
But that's, I'm sorry, got comments?
Live.
They probably sitting down just relaxing because they know they see you stretching over here with difficulty. All right, so we're at 500, right? So we ain't really got to prove nothing right there no more, do we? We know we counted to 6 would be shasha ma'ayam, right? Shasha ma'ayam. Because we're saying ma'ayam, that's, we know it's pluralized, right?
Okay.
And it don't matter if you want to say 501, then you would write, a lot of people don't put a cut, but let's say 502. Let's say 504, since we got this Arabai, right? So we say Arabai Kamash Ma'ayam. That's 504, right?
You said Araba Kamash Ma'ayam. Okay.
504.
Right.
Kamash.
Kamash.
Kamash Ma'ayam. So you say Kamash Ma'ayam.
Right.
That's what you're saying,
Okay.
right? And then, of course, a ka. There's another word for that. I can't remember what it is right now. But 9. We'll say 509. Say the shy.
All right.
The shy. Kamash Ma'ayam. That's 509. 519 would be what?
519.
You know the last part going to be Kamash Ma'ayam. Now you got to say, well, what is 19, man? And what is 19? 10 plus 9, right? So you say what?
The Shayam Kamash Mayam.
Mm-hmm. How do you say 19?
The Shayam.
No. 19, you haven't gotten over 20 yet.
The Shah Asherah.
There you go. Clap it up for the brother. The Shai Asherah Kamash Ma'ayam. That would be 519. That may be a shorter way of writing that, but that's all I know how to do it. I know there may be in Spanish, I don't know. I have to talk to some of these Captain one of the captains or somebody, they'll tell me. Because if I knew how to write it in Spanish, then Captain Qadash, he'd probably tell me. I may call him one day and see if I can relate it a little better. But that's how I see it. The Shai Asherah, that's 19.
Right.
That's a Kamash Mayam. Well, you know that's 500. Who we have there?
Sister Natasha clapping hands.
Yeah, she clapping hands. I appreciate it. She's watching class then. All right, Natasha, clap it up for her then. Clap it up, sister. Clap it up. You see the sister? You know, I think we gave him a salute there. You right?
Kind of, we did it.
Yeah. How Shemala Thaba Hashem Yahushai, sis. Glad to have you in class. Because you know we saluted all the brothers. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barak, a thumb to all of you. Right? All of my brothers. But that's it. And now what about 1,000? What about that? You remember 1,000? Kalatazar?
I can't remember 1,000.
All right. Well, let's get you familiar with it.
I know once you say it, it's gonna pop up.
All right, then just erase some of that up there since we good at that. Just erase, just kind of leave the bottom half up there and leave the top. There you go. You know what makes people be able to count better in Hebrew?
Actually
Doing it over and over again. Right. Yeah. You're doing it over and over again, man. That would do it. All right. Okay. Alap.
Oh yeah.
Alap. And that'll be 1,000, right? And go ahead and write 1,000 up there or something like that so people know what it is. There you go. Now that's 1,000. Right? Now with that, we done came from Akkad to Asherah, right? Asherayim, 20. And to Ma'ah, right? Now we're into Alap. And of course, all Fred and all y'all over there, Natasha and people who just starting out, what you want to do is just simply write down what you see. And then after a while you get proficient, because there were a lot of Kalatazar, Lakamawan, these guys getting stuff like right on the money. But when they started out, it was difficult to them also. Right. But that's my goal, is to teach Hebrew, man, to teach people to get it perfected here. So a lot, right?
Okay.
So if I wrote 2,000, what would that be?
A lot, yeah.
Go ahead, write it up there. 2,000 would be a lot. Right? 2,000 is a lot, y'all. Yeah. You go 2,000. There's that yam again, right? Underline that yam there. There you go. You begin to be that perfectionist. That's on there, right?
Trying to.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's when I first started out, I raced and got it exactly right. I think I had an officer, I believe it was Dawada. Said, get it right. And he's right. Bless his heart. He's down in Texas down there. I'm pretty sure somebody else, he's probably got somebody else doing it exactly right. But he left Qadash up in here to do the best he could to do it right. So we got 1,000 alap. Then we got 2,000 alapium. Right, and so we can go from that base. We go from that base, right, of understanding. Yeah, we got a little bit more time here. The base of understanding, 1,000, 2,000, right?
Okay.
And yeah, when you get time, grab me those two over there. But anyway, alap and alapium. 1,000, 2,000. So if you were to write 3,000, what would you do?
$3,000.
What?
And what?
would you write? What would you say if you wrote 3,000?
Oh,
Go ahead. I mean, listen to the word. What is it saying? 3,000, right?
Right.
We've already got it a plural.
Shalash alap.
Say it again.
Shalash alap.
Alapyam. You got to pluralize it, right? Because once you pluralize it, hey, once you pick that fish out of the sea, you can't take it back, right?
Wow.
And so you already developed a lapyam, where you can't go backwards. It's just, from here on out to 999, it'll always be a lapyam. So that's 2,000. Then you're saying 3 plus the plural of 1,000 is what you're really saying, right? And that would be 2,000. So you're saying 3,000.
Right.
That's because 2,000 is a lapyam. So you're saying I'm pluralizing 1,000.
Right.
And now you want to say, well, let's pluralize that. You can't say shalash yum. That would be 30. So you got to have an alap in there to make it 1,000. So
Shalat Yam would be 3,030.
say it again.
Shalash Yam Alap Yam would be 3,030.
Shalash yum. Alap Yam?
Alap Yam, that would be 3,030, right?
Shalash yum. Alap yum is 3,000.
No, yeah, it'll be so like if I said, just like how you say, you can't say, if you saying 3,000.
You can say 30. You can say that. You can say shalash yum.
Yeah, if you just saying 3,000, it'll be shalash.
Right.
But if you're saying 3,030,
That's shalash yum.
shalash yam.
Alap yum. That's exactly right. That would be 3. That would be 3,030. No, let me think for a second. No, you gotta be careful of that. That'd be 30 plus. That'd be, yeah, it would be right too. No, it wouldn't. That'd be just a 30 and a lapyam. You have to say 3,000. You have to say 3,000. And the only way to do that is to say shalash alapyam. Then you have to add 30 in there.
So really, if I did that, if I said, so it'd be.
You say shalashim shalash alapyam. Well, how do you say 30?
Shalash yam.
Then you say shalashim, then you say that's 30, right?
Right.
Then you say shalash alapyam.
Okay.
That is 3,030.
So if I just said shalash yam alapyam, that'd be
3,000.
3,000. No, I'm saying if I put the shalash yam.
If you said shalashim alapyam,
Yeah.
like that, then what you're saying,
2,030.
well, say it again.
That'd be 2,030. Because
Right.
1,000 is a lot.
Shalashim alapyam, yeah, you'd be saying
2,000.
2,030.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, because alapyam is 2,000. But when you put shalash with it, now you're saying 3,000. Shalash alapyam, from there on out.
Right.
But if you want to say 2,000 alapyam, if you want to say 30, you say shalash yum alapyam. That's 3,000. That's two. That's what did I say? Shalashim shalash alapyam. That's 3,000. That's 3,030. But if you say shalash yum, which is 30, alapyam, that's 2,000. So you said 2,030.
Right.
So you have to be careful of how you say that. And that's all you have to do. The best way to do it is write it out in English first. Then you can just put down what those are, because you already know them, right? So if I say, how do you write 1,030?
1,030.
How do you write 1,030? Based off of that.
1,030.
1,030. That's it. Clap it up for everybody. So Shalashim is 30, a lot. 1,000. Shalashim, a lot. What if I put a Lapyum up there? What would I have?
2030.
Right. Exactly. If you want to say 3,030 now, you got to go back to here. Shalash, Alapyum, and then you got to say 30 over here. Shalash. You got to put this in front of it. Right. You got to say all of that. You got to say it because that's part of it. But you just got to be careful of what you're saying. That's all. But you got the idea. That it looks right to you, doesn't it?
Okay.
That's the key. If it starts to look right to
As
you,
long as you pay attention.
if you pay attention to what you're doing, yeah, it's a long word. Now there is probably a way to short that. I've seen it in the Tanakh, and it's understood. But the technical way is just what we're doing on the board,
Right.
But there's a way when you say like just shalah, people know that that's 1,030. Sometimes they don't even put the yam on there because they know it's 1,000 plus a 30. But that's how we do in English sometimes. In Hebrew sometimes we shortcut things, right? How do black people talk? Slang, right? And so sometimes we slang that thing.
Right.
A little bit of slanging, right?
Right.
But that's right. You got it right. Exactly. So that's the idea. What we get the last part of class we'll do. You can go ahead and erase that. I think we went far enough. I just wanted to go over there. Every once in a while I go over the number system so people get familiar and they can write it down in their notes. Give them a chance to relax for a second. You got the idea, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll spend the last part of the class doing our identifier. That's what I want to do. Well, we'll go back to the Hebrew chart like the class was titled. And what do you say, ending characters? You familiar with that? You remember them?
Kind of, sort of.
All right, well,
I'm trying without looking.
okay. All right, let's do that then. Let's do some ending characters then, since you want to get into that. Let's start, let me see something a second. See if this is going to work for me. Nope. I think this might be wet here. Let me see that pen there. Let me see this eraser there. Wow. Let's see. How about you tell me what these are? Okay?
Okay.
Tell me what these characters are. Identify them without looking at the board. Make it a challenge to you, man. Wrap it up for them. Now that comes with studying, right? That comes with studying, right?
Kind of thing.
Because that could be a fool thing, right? All right.
You can get the side of the mouth confused if you don't realize that's an oval instead of an actual square.
Exactly. And I mean, that's exactly right. And to do it right, I did that, but to do this exactly right, it will look like, sort of like an oval. It look like,
Yeah,
Right.
straight top with a teardrop at the bottom.
yeah, sort of like. Something like that. Right? Well, we know this is flat bottom, right?
Okay.
Big difference. That makes a difference, right? Ooh. See, we have in class here. We have Kapab enough. She joined class late, but here. Yeah, that's good, Kapab. Good. We're gonna let them do it. Huh? There you go. We're gonna let some of our audience participation do a little bit of this, okay?
Okay.
Since we're in class here, we'll do this. Let's do. Tell me what these are. All right, in class, glad to have you, sis. All right, while y'all there, tell me what those are, those characters are. In class there, please. Baba Kushak. Y'all take your time. And they're going, like I said, from right to left. Let's give y'all a, and just write them down. We're going to write them down right to left. Right? And I want them, in other words, we're going to start here. We're going to start here and then we're going to go across the board. Tell me what they are from right to left. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and number them. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a long time ago, like years ago when I used to do this. It seemed like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are those? 1 is what? 2 is what? 3 is what? From the chart, from the Hebrew chart. Where are they? Talk to me. Y'all talk to me. What you got? Y'all like and share the class also, because I know we, you know, huh?
Kappa said,
Papa?
she said,
Okay.
she said, Sa, Ka, Ra, Taza, Da.
Sa. Say it again.
Sa, Ka, Ra, Taza, Da.
She got Sa Rataza Da, but that first one she don't have right.
No, she said, Sa, Ka.
Oh, she's saying that's a Ka.
Yeah, she got.
I mean, it's hard to tell that one. That looks like a Ka, but it's not actually. It's a Da, right down up above there. And then it's, every time I write that one, people get it kind of hard to understand. Write that down right there. Yeah, write it big so they can see it. Da, and I believe she's got the rest of them as far as writing.
Yeah,
She says Sa Ra. She may have them a little bit out of order, but she basically got them right.
Yeah, Ka, Ra, Taza, Da. Yeah.
She got them right. She just got the first one. And it could be taken very easily for the car, you know. But I'll go ahead and clap it up for that one because let's write a couple more and then we're out of here. Go ahead and erase those. Because that could easily, it's a da, but a da has actually got a little bit more stem on it, and the ka looks like that. Okay, go ahead and erase that. All right, do these. This will be the last one. Let's see what we got. What we got in class here. Yeah. We'll make this a very difficult one. Oh, watch that. You good? All right, we'll make this a very difficult. Very difficult.
You had Sister Natasha, she said,
Right.
Da wa ga sa ga.
Hell, she got it right, didn't she? She said da, that's the first one.
Yeah, she got the first one right.
Right, and what else?
Wa ga sa ga.
She might have got some of them right. That's all right. Keep trying, Sister Natasha. I think she got like 2 or 3 right?
She got 2 of them right.
There you go. And that's what you want. What? Yeah, I mean, that's she got the effort. That's my point.
Right.
She's almost, because when you first starting out, heck, you miss things. Right? And let's get one more here. Because that D is hard. It's hard to explain.
Right.
It's very hard to explain. All right, tell me what these are. Take your time. And like I say, name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm right Hebrew, right to left. So make sure you 1, 2, like right to left. Okay? Talk to me. Tell me what those are. Y'all take your time and write those. Y'all take your time and write those right. What we got?
Nobody said anything yet.
They haven't?
Lie.
Those are difficult now. It can be kind of difficult. But I can tell you, they're mixed up. We have ancient and Assyrian up there. Y'all still working on it? Take your time. Excuse me. Bye.
Yeah, nobody said anything yet.
They working on it. You know what I'm saying? Those are difficult. We doing that Hebrew chart, man. Anytime we do the Hebrew chart, it's one of the hardest lessons that you'll get. And I try to write them exactly as the chart says, you know? It can be easily mistaken. But y'all take your time, write them down. We'll give you time. This will be the last thing we'll do tonight. So y'all take your time and write them down correctly.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Y'all take your time. Look for the answer. Be the last one. And I know Fred. I know you're there somewhere. You just write down as you see, man. And so what the goal is to try to learn the Hebrew chart. That's the goal. Because if you can learn the Hebrew chart, then you will understand how to read Hebrew. You'll understand how to put together words. If you can put together words, you will be able to put together sentences, because those words will be included into sentences, and that's what you're after, man. Right? We'll give you guys a few more seconds here before we have Kalatazar come up here and see what he can do. Right?
Okay.
And y'all make sure y'all like and share the class too. I mean, like and share this class, everybody. If you're up there, go ahead and like it, share it. Like and share the class. Like I said, the last ones. Let's see what we got up here. We're still waiting for y'all. Right, Plaza?
Okay.
All right. We're going to get it. Let me see. Still got somebody got something up there, don't they? Kapah.
She say na.
Okay.
Wa. Za. Pa. Na.
Nah.
And Sister Natasha said, "You want me to write it down on the board?"
No, I see it. She got dot. She got.
Za.
She got na.
Za. La.
Dawa.
Dawa.
Okay. She's got Kapah did this. She said na, which is right. Then she said wa, and then she said pa, za na. She got them all right except for number two. Hey, and then Nazaladawa, I think she had but 3 of them wrong. But Kapah has 1 wrong. Natasha got she did pretty good. She got na, she's identifying them. 1 is a za, and the law's not up there, dawa. But Kapah, Banaf Yahawada, out of Texas, she has na, and she called it a wa. So do number 2 again. Well, your pa, your za, your na is correct. But do number 2 again. And check that one out, Kapah, and see what you got. Tell me, don't you think that's a little different? Everything else is right. Well, Tasha's got maybe 3 of them right. 2 of them right, I believe, right?
Yeah, she got 2 right.
2 right, yeah. But the point is, do number 2 again and tell me what that one is. You got to think real hard about it. You notice it's slanted for a reason, right? Okay. And sometimes people, it's slanted. Everything about that is not straight up and down. There's a slant for a reason there. Sometimes that throws people off too, Sometimes it throws people off, but really the way it really is like this.
It kind of does look like a Y.
It does, doesn't it? Like this. A Y looks like this. This is what a Y looks like. That's what a Y looks like. And this right here, I want you to tell me what this is. But that's a Y. They almost look alike, but they're not. Take your time. Tell me what that is. You only got 1 to deal with, number 2. I can't end class till you get that one right now. Right? Can't end class till you get it right. Talk to me. Kapan, Natasha. What's number 2? Proud of you. Uh-oh. Somebody got it. Somebody did something. What you got down there?
Kapai says, Salakia, sir, if I may.
Uh-huh.
Is it a Za?
No, the Za's here. No, she said Za, right?
Okay.
She got number 4. Hey, listen, Za is right. You got everything right on the board except for number 2. So don't repeat the Za. You have Za. The Za is right. But you have to look at, give you another shot. Because the Y above it, that's what the Y looks like, and that's not it. Look very simple. You had everything right. You had a Na. You missed number 2. You had a Pa. You had a Za for 4, and 5 is a Na. So you had them right. But now this is the Assyrian Na.
She said, nah.
She said what?
Nah.
That's it. That's the interconnected Na, right?
Right.
Yeah. Clap it up for class here. That's good enough. That's good. I appreciate that. Let's clap it up for class, right? Right. That's fun. It's fun going through the Hebrew chart. That's what we're after, you know. We're after doing that. So we're going to end class here. We appreciate everybody in class. What we have? Kamawan, Matayala. We had Fred, right?
Right.
Who else? Natasha.
Sister.
Kapabana. Who else?
Shar.
Kalataza. Troop Kalataza.
That's it.
And that's it. Let's clap it up for everybody in class. Y'all like and share the class. Put them hand claps in there. Like and share the class. I mean, you know. I'm going to do some security announcement, right? We are in I.S.U.P.K. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roof for the new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are off limits. For 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is the commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8, 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'asharah, of the 10th. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. So priest funds, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Uphold the convocations that we have. The next one is going to be the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah. It's going to be, what, next week, right? The 25th day of the 9th month, about the space of 8 days, Saturday, the 17th December 2022, for 8 days. First Maccabees 4:52-61. So you guys mark your calendar, right? And just make sure, also the Passover is coming up, so make sure you guys get your Passover reservations signed in, right?
Right.
But don't forget about Hanukkah, the 17th, right? Now we're going to remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. We're going to salute the brothers and sisters out, right? Come on over here. Right? Right? We got a Ma'ad Shabbat, right? Majid, right? Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barak. Thumb, right? All right? Yazamata. Ma'ad Shabbat. Going to face the sister, right? Ma'ad Shabbat. Majid. Barak. Yahweh Shemai Alatah Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yazamata. Dismiss. Clap it up for class.